which is update that came back from last year, and there are a few additions to it. And so the first one, a code came back from the Lunar New Year update, and it was code Lion Dancer, which is all of these items, and they all work on the masculine body. And then the code for that is, if you missed it, Lion Dancer. There's no numbers in it, it's just Lion Dancer in all caps. And then one that also came back from Lunar New Year update, just LNY, which I already redeemed. And it gives, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Koopa, I think. Koopa. And it gives you this red dress, and it has a bunch of different toggles, which I'm not going to be explaining right now. I'm just showing the items. And then there's also in the update. My camera just came to the floor. What was that? So first, I'm going to go over the ones that came back from last year, which there were no codes from last year. I believe it was the yeah, I don't know how to pronounce any of that, but it can be worn. Why is it not showing? There we go. That can be worn by the feminine body, but this can't. I do not know what it's called. And then there's also these items for the feminine body, which I assume I'll actually test right now. I haven't really. These can so only the headpiece from the feminine body, and then for the female body, you can't wear these bottoms. It's just and then the bodysuit, and then these thigh high boots. Why's my mouse stuck again? And then next is this, which I don't know why they didn't add a male version of this. Like something just fan toggles, and then there's also this. There's actually a flower headpiece somewhere over here in the yes, this one. Yeah, so there's this one for Tyrannosaurus, but there's that, and then there's also the one stress can basically looks the same on the and there is a skirt. They duplicata, and it's pretty cool. And then after this, I will get items for this. Which, what do the toggles do on the... I think it just makes it baggier. I can't really tell. And then for the top, there is also two toggles, which I think it... Does it... Oh, it makes it shorter and longer. Oh. And then this is Scotland. So for the Scotland and male body, you can put on this top, which is currently glitching my arms off. There we go. And there's also these bottoms and these boots, if they could load. Because, hello? There we go. These boots, kind of boots things. I don't really know how to explain, but there's also this instrument, which I forget what it's called, but I know it's really loud. And so these items, and then for of it, the Scotland part, there is this corset top with frilled lining, which I think is cool, and this long skirt, which I honestly regret. And there's also this for the Philippines. They're actually really pretty. Do they have toggles? Do they have toggles? And there's also this one for Thailand, which has this headpiece, which kind of looks like a tower or something, and it has an adjustment. There, there is a skirt, a very long skirt, and there's a color all option, so color all layers. Top with this scarf thing. I don't know what it's called actually. And then there for Japan, there is this kimono, which has two toggles, I believe. One for each pattern. This one is like a duller or like more pattern. There's also some sort of umbrella, which I forget the name of it, and it's typically used for sun, not the rain. And then there's these shoes, which I'm honestly surprised they don't have toggle to get rid of the socks. And the like platform shoes, and then there's this fan, which you can toggle to either hand. And then moving on to the bigger. I think this is, I know how to use one of them. I can see through ties, which I'm 90%. Oh wait, it loaded, yay. You can toggle each tie. You toggle the black part, like the vest. And there's also this hat, which can most likely be worn by the male body too. And this has only an adjustment. And then they did. Oh, why am I standing on top of stuff? Yes, it can be worn by jacket, only jacket. Navajo Nation. The Navajo Nation, it kind of reminds me of Native Americans, but it has toggles. And then for the necklace, you get darker. Yes, they do not really shoot, dress, didn't matter white thing or just white goggles to what is for this. I feel like they are a lot of people will be wanting to have just the hijab. That's what's called hijab part, and then the dress itself. And then there's also is a toggle for just like a mouth cover up, and then move to the male. I don't know what it's called. Shaw's the shorter thing, and then that is. Oh, I don't think it is, but there's also this cowboy hat, which can. Uh, go trash, go trash. No, it's gotta take my song. The two different bodies, which I honestly think is really cool. In it. but I usually to do free play more. Free play and South Showdown, which session is getting an update. It's actually getting an update. Yeah, it's getting an update. Okay, that'll be all for now. Bye. How, okay, did the recording stop? Hold on. I need the recording to stop. Why won't the recording stop? No, I don't want Microsoft Windows. Can the recording stop, please? Hello?